Yo.
Welcome, everyone. This is how we do it around this joint. We make sure that we always have a different way of coming in. You know how The Simpsons, every time they came on, it was a different intro?
Different. Yep.
Every time. So
every single time.
We try to be like that, but we're not The Simpsons. We're the Altadena podcast co-hosts. And Tony may pop in, she may not. You know, she's doing a little IT guru networking thing right now. So we'll figure it out. And watch, I'm going to put a whole extravagant name on it and she'll come on and say something similar like, I don't do this.
Giving her credit for all her knowledge. And she's using it right now. She'll be on probably in a little bit. You know how they're computers.
Once again, I'm Brian Bacchus, and you're not. And this is my co-host for the moment.
I'm Jamal Smith. Glad to be here. Episode, what is this? 91, season 2. Thank you for joining us. This is a fabulous time as I fade into the darkness and get back.
Yeah, 91 was a bad year for me. Very bad.
Do we want to get into why it was bad?
I had the trifecta.
Oh Lord!
I got my house broken into. I got shot, and I went to jail.
Oh my! It's a lot going on in 90.
Yeah, that was a lot going on. I finally just couldn't take it no more and moved to San Diego.
91. It's a lot going on, dude. In any year, but that's a lot. I have to take a shot of moonshine on that.
Then the next year was the Rodney King riots. That was the same time he got beat up.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was a time was had. I'll tell you that, and it wasn't a good time.
That's great.
It felt like an episode from the Good Times, but other than that,
James.
That meme is overused.
I don't know. I don't think it's used enough now. It's gone away. I think it should come back. We should start using it.
So I'm going to be going up to We Out here today. I'm just putting that out here today. All up front ready. I'm going to support Crystal, Miss Juicy Little.
Mm-hmm.
Say it right and don't say it at all. She will check you with 2 snaps. Yeah. Okay.
She ain't playing.
Shout out to my homegirl, Kim Hernandez, because you know we have a whole bunch of friends that have quirky sayings, and when you get on their saying, it's so funny because you expect them to say it the minute you say something. So we're not going to do that throw that way back Wednesday because I got all y'all down.
Yeah, you know he does. Number one, he remembers every single thing, and then he not just what you said, but how you said it.
And don't let you be in a relationship with me because I will remember every quirky thing you do and say. Because at the end of the day,
what?
You get it?
End of the day,
that's one of them. That's one of them. Because at the end of the day, I'm like, it's the beginning of the day.
Needless to say, why the hell are you saying it?
Or, do you think you're funny? You imitating me?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Or when they try to come, what's up, brother?
But that's you every day. So whenever I call Brian, if he does not answer by saying what he just said, say it again.
What's up, brother?
If he doesn't say that, I think something's wrong.
Yeah.
I always ask him, I'm like,
either something happened bad or I'm concentrating
at a client.
on something.
Or he's at a client, so he can't be silly. And we're like, you okay? You at work? You got a client?
Now, Jamal and I have come up with stuff on accident that we now say. Like, I remember, and I can't curse on this show, so I'm gonna just use the initial. One day we were driving, I think we were in Monrovia, and we were going to Chili's or something like that. Was that day?
I don't know. It was a
and
we were on the
he
moon.
was in
It felt
a
like
friend's car, and it didn't
the
have
sun.
any air conditioning. And I said, "What the F degrees is it?" I couldn't even get the sentence out right.
It's not funny to you guys, probably as much as it was to us in the moment, but it was one of those situations where we stopped. It was like we had the windows down, like you said, the air conditioner
It was
didn't
at a
work.
light. It was at a light.
It was probably like 110, maybe
100 and the
more.
devil.
And the wind came through, and he was like, you just noticed how
Burning your
freaking hot it
face.
was. And he couldn't say, how hot is it? All he could get out is, what the F degrees is it? And I just looked at him. I was like, what did you say?
We both started laughing.
And I just started.
So now we say that all the time when it's hot.
What the F degrees is it? I know it's silly, but
just
it makes us laugh.
But yeah, exactly. The whole thing is, it's little things that you remember that have happened. I mean, when did that happen? 2009? That was 2009.
Yeah, it was when you were at. Yeah.
No, it was 2007 because I was living in.
Oh, you were in Monrovia.
Yeah.
2009. I can't.
Almost 20 years ago, still pushing it out there.
It's crazy. Just like we say, "Hey ya" to one another, which we got from Outcast. You know, hey ya.
That last part. He goes, "Hey ya."
Hey ya. But you know, in the movie Midnight Run, I forget all the characters' names, but there's this one character who was being hunted. This bounty hunter, right? He's one guy trying to get caught.
De Niro?
Yeah. When the guy gets caught, at one point he gets in this van or the back of this truck with these Native Americans, and he says that because he says hey everyone, because apparently that's the saying for the Native Americans wherever he happened to have been. So I got another friend of mine who that's how we greet one another.
Oh, really?
Hey. But we do it because he was handcuffed, and we're like, hey. How are you? Hey. I know it's silly again.
Is that the one with the money in his belt the whole time? He has to look with him?
Yes.
And he just gives it to him? I don't need it.
Yep.
Just glad I made a friend.
That movie, if you haven't seen Midnight Run, you gotta see it. It is a good movie, and it's got some dry humor in it that if you've got that kind of humor
But Robert De Niro actually plays a cop, like bounty hunter.
He's a bounty hunter, yeah.
He doesn't play a bad guy.
No. It's
because you blew it.
Why were you unpopular?
Like you just failed.
Chicago Police Department.
You blew
it. That's funny. All right, let's do the announcements and then we can get silly again. There's not a lot of them today. Well, anyway, here we go. All right,
like a real show.
I know. It's like one, not one, but like one. All right, so the disaster recovery centers, we know they have the departments with the assessor's office, mental health, public works, registrar and recorder, and the county clerk. And they're open Mondays through Fridays, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. This location is 540 West Woodbury Road in Altadena. Yeah. And then the one-stop permit center, we also know this to be at 464 West Woodbury Road, Suite 210. The walk-in hours are Monday through Friday only from 8 a.m. to 4:30. And then if you would like an appointment, you can have those Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, 8:30 to 12:30 p.m. or Saturday, 8 a.m. to noon. Specifically, if you want an appointment with the Southern California Edison, those are available Monday and Wednesdays only from 8 a.m. to noon. And to schedule an appointment, you go to recovery.lacounty.gov /1-stop-permit-centers. Then we have those deadlines to take heed of. If you didn't submit a right of entry form or you opted out, you have until June 1st to actually get your fire debris removal permit and also hire a licensed contractor. Um, if you don't have that by that time, your property may be declared a public nuisance. The second deadline is June 30th, when all the debris must be completely removed. If you don't have that done by that time, then again, your property may be declared a public nuisance. If that's the case, the county may take it upon themselves to go ahead and remove the debris, uh, send you a bill or the homeowner a bill, and if for some reason it's not paid, they may recover it through a lien by putting a lien on your property. Go ahead and avoid all that and just make sure you meet all the deadlines. We have another free air purifier distribution, which is happening again at 2150 Glen Rose Avenue in Altadena. This is today from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. The air purifiers are still highly recommended, and it's for Altadena, Pasadena, and Sierra Madre residents only, and you must have an ID. And as Brian mentioned before, every Wednesday at Fair Oaks Burger,
we out here, baby. And I was actually out here last week.
That's right.
And got the opportunity to actually talk to Miss Juicy Little. And she about her business, let me tell you. So go ahead, I'm going to let you go ahead and continue. Because I'm going to get another footage today when I'm out there. The real deal, in action.
Right on. No, that's cool. So every Wednesday, 12 to 3. So today, 12 to 3. Make sure you bring your proof of residency. Have those IDs because they want to make sure they're helping the folks that were affected by the fires. They have all kind of good stuff: fresh fruit, hot foods, household items, legal advice, face masks, and resource booths, and more. And they are also asking for donations, partners, or sponsors. Okay. And if you want to do either of those, you want to reach out to Miss Juicy Little at gmail.com. And remember, they're out here at Fair Oaks Burger at 2560 North Fair Oaks Avenue in Altadena. Big shout out to Fair Oaks Burger.
They out there.
They're out there for everything. All right. Today also is the senior luncheon at First AME Church from 12 to 3 at 1700 North Raymond Avenue. The seniors will have lunch, games, fellowshipping, and much more. If you want to RSVP, you must send an email to msz_strong@yahoo.com or call 626-673-2200. Then there's the free medical and health clinic provided by Eaton Health Village. It's Mondays and Wednesdays from 12 to 5. You can walk in or you can come by to schedule an appointment. This is at 1280 East Washington Boulevard in Pasadena. It's the Pasadena Seventh-day Adventist Church. So go ahead and check that out. And there is, so join LA County Department of Economic Opportunity, LA City Mayor's Office, and the City of Pasadena, City of Malibu, and other local state partners for a virtual webinar to help. Well, this is for commercial property owners impacted by the recent fires to learn more about the debris removal. This is tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. And you can actually RSVP by going to the Zoom link below. It's bit.ly/LA Wildfire Recovery. Rhythms of the Village and LA Commons present Village Spring Festival. They're celebrating the spirit of Altadena and the power of art, culture, and unity. This is going to be this Saturday from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. at John Muir High School, 1905 Lincoln Avenue. And there's going to be music, vendors, healing, workshops, and more. So it should be a very good community vibe. Come check it out.
I'll be there.
Yeah, that sounds good, huh? Pasadena's. What's that?
I gotta represent Muir.
There you go. The Mustangs.
All day.
Pasadena is having the 29th annual Family Fun Day. It's also Saturday at Pintoresca Park from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. That's at 45 East Washington Boulevard. There's going to be a ton of things out there. So if you want more information, go ahead and give a call to 626 744 8052. Pasadena is also going to have a Memorial Day commemoration, which will be on Monday, 10:30 a.m. at Memorial Park, which is at 85 East Holly Street. And
Holly Rock. Everybody do the Holly Rock.
Holly Rock, right. Come and enjoy a community mixer at 187 North Sierra Madre Boulevard. That's Calaveras Restaurant. That'll be on Saturday, May 31st, beginning at 4 p.m. It's a meet and greet and mix and mingle. There's going to be resources, guests, community info, and it will support those impacted by the Eaton fire. It's a Rally House production, and there will be more music after this by the house DJ, the resident DJ, the Afterburner DJ sets. Oops.
Oops, there it is. Oops, there it is.
All right, so I'm gonna end it here. There was one more.
He's ending it here. I need my mic. He's ending it here. Yeah.
Putting a stop to it right here.
Let me let you brought to you by caramel syrup. You know, we put this on ice cream, you know, with some nuts and all kinds of other delectables.
Choose crazy, man.
So, you know, I went on a junk binge this weekend. I bought gum, candy. I bought Werther's. I bought this licorice. See this licorice? That's that special licorice. Why was it?
Yeah.
Why?
I've never seen that before.
This is gourmet licorice from the Dollar Tree.
Gourmet from the Dollar Tree.
But they have this one, and then they got the hot cinnamon. So what I'm trying to give you guys hints on is, like, you could actually sponsor one of our shows and we would push your product, but only if you're from Altadena. We're not trying to do nothing outside of that.
Right.
That's the only reason why I showed that is I got it from the Dollar Tree on Rosemead in Pasadena. So there was something I was going to say, but I forgot. There's a lot of events coming up this weekend. Since this is Memorial Day weekend, I've actually gotten invited to a few events. But, you know, seeing as I'm way up here in BF Egypt, I don't know if I'm going to be wanting to do the drive back. I don't mind going to the event as long as somebody else drives.
Right. You may have to, you know, stay over somewhere just to recoup so you can come on back home the next day.
Well, I do got the office in between where I'm at and where I got to go. I had to do that after the bowling alley 3 months back.
Yeah.
I was so tired. I was like, you know, after bowling, I was there until I bowled twice. You know, the 6 o'clock and then the 9 o'clock. And then by the time I was leaving, I was like, man, I don't know. You know, sometimes you think you're really still young and trying to take on the world with your adventurous self. But then, let's turn this on and see if that's going to work out for us today. And if it doesn't, then we'll, you know, the little comments pop up in the bottom. So, yeah, our heads are bigger than the comments.
Yeah, right now.
So as you guys can see on our backdrop, we have our official nonprofit link, NPO. And we forgot our very most important thing that we always show you. And that is this right here. Support.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
well, I removed it when I did the things.
Oh, well, I didn't see that. So,
I forgot to put it back.
But you guys, it costs money to really do this. It's not like, you know, we just found this platform. They said, oh, go ahead, y'all's house burned down. You can use it as long as you like. That's not how it works. So we come out of our own pocket to provide resources. And, you know, if you donate to our site, then you get a tax deductible receipt. And your name goes up on the thing. It's sort of like a GoFundMe, but our own personal one. Jamal, bring that site up and show them what we're working with.
All right, give me a moment. Let me bring that up.
But yeah, we want to show y'all, we really, and we're about on the 101 episode. We're going to launch the new site that will be fully compliant. It will have every link so you can verify that we're in a legit nonprofit and everything. So you don't have to sit there and worry about, well, I don't know if we're giving y'all money. How we know it's getting tax deducted? Well, the platform that we use actually will send you a receipt with our EIN number on it that shows you where you get your deduction. Isn't that special? Community Mixer. No, did you talk about that, Community Mixer?
I did. Why isn't it showing?
I don't even see it up there in the thing.
Interesting. It says I'm sharing. Let me stop.
Oh, you're sharing.
Oh, because I switched it. I switched. My bad. I moved.
Swagger Giles. And then I got an email from my. I got to show you what the text thing
You're
was.
kidding me.
Last night I had a long talk with myself. Last night. Okay, so I'm going to download the tax receipt. And I'm going to show you what that looks like.
So where do you want me to go here?
You can go to. Oh, no wonder why I forgot my whole job. Yeah, you can go there.
Donate.
And so when you click that, you can. When you donate, it shows who gave. So that way, and then you also get an emailed receipt that lets them know, shows you what it looks like. So I'll show you that. Let me see,
yeah, and definitely we appreciate anything that you guys do. Yeah, it came up right there. Yep.
Yeah, so that's what you get. You get a donation receipt. Thank you, StarClick Media, for your donation to the AltadenaTalks Foundation, a 501c3 nonprofit. This acknowledges your payment of $100. The donor received no goods or services in exchange, and there's our EIN number and our address. And the platform, if you really want to know, is called Zeffy. So we are very transparent. We will show you whatever, because we want everyone to win. We don't want no one to be left behind. No nonprofit left behind. Now, like some of these people who aren't going to show you their transparency. So we're revamping a lot of our stuff right now, going into the season 3. And in my haste, I was so excited about getting on the show, I forgot to do my job while you were doing yours. So I
live on the other events. I mean,
well, no, I did that part. I just didn't share like I normally do. So that's all right. We get them on the replays. A lot of people aren't available at this time. But that's the beautiful thing about having a show like this, is because you can watch it anytime. So you don't necessarily have to worry about not being able to see it at any given time.
That's right.
I know I said time a lot, but time is not our friend. So we're trying to get you to understand that watch it the day of. It doesn't matter when. Because there's a lot of importance, especially on Tony's shows, because she has, the people that come on. And yeah, all that will be launched on season 3 episode. We got a whole bunch. I got to switch stuff over. You know us, we're moving and shaking in the background. Not only am I a co-host, but I'm also a client.
With the most. Mm-hmm.
No, but we're in the background. I'm doing all the compliance for the nonprofit. I had a couple of meetings. I actually had a meeting I'll tell you about offline at a school that you would never think that a certain person works at. We'll talk about this offline. But yeah. it was we had a nice, good, long meeting. He wants to do some events with the nonprofit at this place. And I'm like, wow, things are happening left and right. But we're the type that our events aren't going to be all serious. We want to get back to the kids. I've been dealing with kids for the last, I don't know, since my son came to live with me in 2005.
Yep.
And I started the nonprofit based on the success of me tutoring him throughout the whole summer and him giving me a Sylvan learning moment. And I'm crying like a little girl. And he's like, "Why are you crying, Dad?" I said, "Dude, we did it." And then when I say we, I was right there every step. I worked from home, but I was right there. I remember the first day he came there and I said, "Here's the rule in this house. However many hours you watch TV is how many hours you're going to read out loud to me." First day he watched 4 hours of TV. After I told him, he turned it off and said, "You know you owe me 4 hours of out loud reading." Ooh, he hated that. But after he gave me that 4 hours, guess how many minutes of TV he watched a day?
Very little.
15.
Yeah.
To the point where he wasn't even watching TV anymore. He was reading and immersing himself into the stories, because I would talk to him and say, "Look, first you got to learn how to figure out how to read lines." You know, he had a problem where he kept repeating the same line. So I gave him the finger on the left to guide him to be on that line, and use your finger all to each word, because I had him read my favorite book when I was little called Charlotte's Web. I know that story forwards and backwards. So when you're reading it to me and I'm sitting here listening and close my eyes, immersing myself in the story, and you say a word that didn't fit in the sentence because you added it, then I have to stop and come back and say, "Hey, that word wasn't in there." I goes, "How do you know that?" I said, "Dude, my father taught me how to read when I was 2. I was an avid reader. You know how to read. You're just lazy." Right. So after that, he started reading really well. Then I said, "Now the next step is comprehension. I want you to read each chapter, and I want you to come and tell me what the summary is. What's the gist of the chapter? What's going on here?" And first he would come back and goes, "Well, Dad, his name is Wilbur, and he's a pig, and he has a friend named Charlotte, and there's a spider, and she made a word." And that's how he would talk to me, right? After about the 3rd chapter, he was like, "Oh my God, Dad, they're interacting with each other." I'm like, "What? This dude's 12, right?" Actually, yeah, it's 12. So that was a proud moment for me. And the minute he said, "Why are you crying?" And I go, "Dude, we did this together." And he goes, "Well, Dad, you know what? I think I should share you with other kids. You're a good teacher. You should help other kids."
Oh,
That was
sweet.
kind of a way of him to telling me, like, I don't need your help anymore.
Right.
Go help somebody else. But I didn't take it that way. I took it like, "I'm so proud of you, son." And I'm like, that's manipulation 101. Yeah. But it put fire under me, and I did the nonprofit at Victory Park for the next 4 years. I think it was after he went back to school in San Diego in 2006. I did it the summer of 2007, 8, 9, and 10. And loved it. My groups were 5 to 6, 7 to 8, 9 to 10, 11 to 12. Well, the 9 through 12s don't really need you to help them. They're kind of tech savvy. But the 7 to 8-year-olds, those are my favorites because their minds are like sponges, right? So I don't know if you know Damon Kinney, but his daughter was in my class, right? He went to VHS. I think he graduated 87, 86, something like that. We used to hang out all the time. He does telecom. But his daughter comes up. He goes, because she knew me already before that. Because, I used to be going over his house and stuff. She goes, "Mr. Bryan, can I teach the class today?" I said, "Well, go right ahead." And she goes, "Okay, students, today we're going to go ahead and go to start programs and open up PowerPoint. We're going to learn how to make websites, okay?" I said, "Is that how I talk?" She goes, "No, that's not how you talk. You get excited about it. I was trying to be simple."
Hey, but they're so observant, though, to make that distinction.
Not only that,
"No, you do it this way. I'm going to do it
when
differently."
you allow them to be a kid and grow and learn and
Be
express
creative.
themselves. I hate it when people tell their kids, "Shut up, boy." I hate that.
Right.
Because Now that kid has gone into a dark place around his mom. No matter what you try to do to impress her, don't do it in front of her friends. Don't do it while she's talking. Don't do it. But here's the oxymoron of it all. Don't shut up, boy. Stay in kids' place, this, that, and the other. But we'll wake you up when relatives come to town at 2 in the morning in your underwear talking about come down and sing this song for your uncle.
Or tell a joke. Like, remember
Or do that
Eddie
dance.
Murphy?
Do that funny dance you do.
Mm-hmm.
I used to be like, so, you know, me and my dad sung together a lot. You know, my dad was a musician that involved his family. You know, it was kind of like a Joe Jackson without the ass, without the butt kicking. I was about to say
Clean
something.
it up.
Yeah, nah. I can't even do that.
What the F degrees is it?
Yeah. What the shite? You have to say English words just to get away with not getting censored.
Oh, shite.
Shenanigans. I used to say, my dad used to get mad at me because, you know, certain mushrooms and fruits got certain names that you can get away with saying stuff, right?
Right.
So I said, what the shiitake mushroom is going on here? He'd be like,
what the Shih Tzu?
Or like, you know, Phuket in Thailand.
Oh, yeah.
But you know how it's spelled?
Yeah.
I can't say it here because even though it would be totally okay.
As long as you put that other syllable on it, you'll be fine.
Yeah, well, I wasn't.
And say Thailand afterwards.
Yeah, right. I'm sorry to string her along there. But yeah, so when I would sing with him, I would put my heart into it, right? When my mom asked me to go, come down here and sing for your son. So I used to sing that song, I'll Be There by Michael Jackson. You know, my dad would do Jermaine's part. And so I go, you and I must make a pact. We must bring salvation back. Where there is love, I'll be there. I'll be there. I reach out my hand to you. I have faith in all you do. Where there is love, I'll be there.
With that face and everything?
Exactly, because I'm tired. I want to go to sleep. You probably just gave me a butt whooping the night before. And now I'm still reeling from that, so I'm just staring at her like this. You and I must bring her back.
I do have to admit, mom had me doing that. No, actually, my aunt had me doing that. My aunt Condi, my youngest aunt. But my mom and all of them were musicians. Mom could play the piano. All of them could play the piano. My aunt Angie could play the drums, but my mom wrote songs as well.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this one song that she had the whole family singing. The sisters would sing this, that, and the other. My aunt one time, when she was at school, knew I knew the song. When she was at college, and I went to go visit her. This is when she met. During this time is when she met Podge. They were out in DeVry in Phoenix, Arizona. She made me, because there was a bunch of folks, they had a piano in their clubhouse. She made me come out and sing in front of a ton of people that I didn't even know this original song that they didn't even know, so they couldn't sing along with it, know if I said it right. But yeah, I actually did it. I think I did the same thing. No expression, no nothing. I just did it. And it was kind of crazy. Podge to this day brings that up and kind of cracks me up with it. I couldn't even sing it today if I tried.
You'd be like Tony Orlando Dunn, tie a yellow ribbon around the old tree. Now, I used to go to karaoke and never sing the words, but make the sound that the words sound like, you know, especially, okay. So just to give you an example. Have you ever tried to sing a BG song?
No.
And why? Why haven't you?
Just never had. I don't
know. But if you try,
because you can understand it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but they harmonize the heck out of it.
Exactly. So when I go to sing karaoke and I'm singing "Staying Alive,"
I can only imagine now.
This is how it sounds. You see, I'm not saying anything. You know where I got that from?
Oh God, I don't know.
You remember when I did the Al Jarreau skit for you?
Oh yeah.
How I knew at where he was going to go high, low, all that.
Yeah.
We grew up listening to Al Jarreau, dude. He was the king of scatting. Everybody else thinks that George Benson, Al Jarreau kills him by far. Like every other song, but the harmonies that Al Jarreau has with himself, he harmonizes with himself. Like I mean, listen, I just downloaded 3 of his albums. I just did the 4th one out and put it on the thing. It takes me back to when my parents were together and everything was good. Even though we had just moved from Altadena and moved to Doherty, there was still that like right here where it was going well. And then
everything
but
was chill
between 80 to 82, it's perfect. And so I live right there. Because that was the last good time our family was actually together where there was not chaos.
I get it.
I moved across the street from the bowling alley. Learned how to bowl. I became a beast in that. Of course, my mom never came to see me not once. But she would brag to all her friends. I'm like, how do you even know? How do you find that?
And he became a beast on them video games too.
Well, that was the first thing first. Because I was already a beast in Altadena. I remember George's little liquor right there by U-Haul. It used to be by U-Haul. The arcade, he had a little candy shop and all that.
Yeah.
So when I first was coming in there and staying on the game, he was kicking me off. Let other people play. I ain't making no money with you on here. But then he realized that if you let me play, everybody gathered around to watch for an hour and bought candies and gum and all kind of stuff.
Yeah,
so
they needed
more money
to watch the show.
Right. So
Busy Bee show.
I came in one time trying to hurry up and sneak past him so he wouldn't see me coming. He said, hey, young blood. And he flipped the quarter to me. I felt like I done walked the guy. Yeah, that's right. Now, I'm drop mine in here. So give me some free credit.
Right.
And I got like that on every game. I turned over Dig Dug. I turned over Pac-Man. I turned over Galaga. I turned over Miss Pac-Man. I was learning all the patterns even before the books came out because there's books that showed you how to do it. Can't learn patterns from a book. You got to keep doing it until and this time I'm going to make sure when that ghost comes down, I got to turn this way. When he flicks and like he getting ready to go that way, I got to turn this way. Dip, dip, dive. You know, I was like, woo! Juking, moving and shaking. But all of it, man, I was a video game freak, dude. And then I got bored with it. Now, the one game me and my boy, and I'm going to just give him a shout out. I don't know where he is today, but he's the one that got me up on my gaming prowess, and his name is Al Darrell Williams. And he lived at the bowling alley with me on them video games. So the one game that he taught me how to get through, Dragon's Lair.
Ooh, I remember.
Do you know that was a cartoon.
That was the first cartoon.
Push the thing and do it right so he could jump over here, jump back, go over here. Them swinging pendulums and shit.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you spent about $20 on that game because what happens is it gives you 10 seconds to continue from where you started. I mean, to continue from where you died. Or to start over. Well, of course, we already right here. I'm not trying to get back to this point. I want to start from this point. And, just a little movements you had to do with the stick, and it had to be precision. And when we used to see people banging on the stick, I said, hey, man, you don't need to do that. Just tap, because if you start banging on it, the contacts ain't going to touch.
Yeah, it's going to break.
And then we're not going to be able to play the game anymore. And this one bully dude just coming there, I'll do what I want. I said, that's why you dumb. You come back with something, you can't beat him up. But that's why you stupid.
Right.
You can beat me up, sure, but you'll never know what 2 + 2 is. Man, everybody know what 2 + 3 is.
Right.
Stupid. I say 2 + 2.
So wait, I'm gonna go back to Pac-Man. Why is this not showing?
What?
This is driving me crazy. Why is it not showing?
Driving me crazy.
Are you still
Okay.
sharing your thing?
I stopped. No, I'm not up there. You got three things
Okay,
there.
there we go. Yeah, I don't know why it wasn't showing, but the funny thing about what you were saying about Pac-Man and how you could turn over, you need to learn the codes. Well, they came out with this mini version of Pac-Man, and I actually
Mm,
got this as a kid. It had the exact same programming in it. You could use the exact same, um, paths and all that stuff in order to actually win. I don't think I don't think I ever turned this over, but I was able to get through probably like 10 or so levels using the same patterns that you use at the actual full size arcade. That was like maybe a little bit larger than my cup here.
hmm I
But it was
remember
actually
this.
really fun. They had Galaga, they had a couple different games as well, but those were actually really fun.
Well, you can buy the ones now where you can actually get off like 15,000 games that you can plug up right to your TV, and it's the real
Hmm.
ones.
Hmm.
Now, you already know I'm a big fan of Hang Dog Social. So I can't wait until they open up in Rancho Cucamonga. I think that our first event will probably be there because it's close, and
Yeah.
I want people to see what this is all about. Plus, we might be able to do an affiliate thing where people come out there after that. We can get credit to the nonprofit for stuff.
Right.
So everything that we do for this nonprofit is mostly going to be for kids and seniors, but mostly kids because we know the mental anguish that children are going through. I was talking to the guy at the meeting with yesterday, and he he totally started laughing when I said this. I said, but kids are ruthless. Kids are not adults. Kids are not going to think logically. Kids are going to do what kids do. And if the tradition of Pasadena and Altadena is still strong, kids are going to bag on other kids, and
Right.
that's what they're going to do. And they go, "Oh, look at the homie got the firehouse specials on."
That's
I'm
wrong.
I'm hearing them. I'm in a restaurant.
Oh, they're
And
killing
kids
them
coming
like
in
that.
that man. Oh my gosh, that man, and where you get that soap that smokestack hoodie from, homie? Is that
Damn.
is that authentic? I
Damn.
don't know. And then they take these sayings and everybody saying, "Oh, so you out of the fire through the ashes? Huh? Is that your new brand through the ashes?
It's cold blooded.
Is it taking off? Is it hot like fire?" So that's what they do. No one walks around going, "Oh, I feel sorry for you." Dude, when we were little, and one of my friend's father was a Sherm head, and the Sherm factory blew up in the Manors.
Yeah.
And we said, "How's old Smokey doing? Y'all still y'all still got the." He said, "The shoes used to be white. Now what's that? The new color, soot."
Oh, that's
Yeah,
wrong.
we don't care. We don't care. When you grow up hoodie hood, you don't care because it's a doggy dog world.
Right.
Dog. So people, that's how it works. Now I don't know. I know from a cultural standpoint that that's what we did.
Right.
I don't know how. I know Mexicans kill each other. I already know. And they be like, "Oh, look at you, little poor little." They call the dudes El Flaco because he's skinny, ain't ate
Skinny.
nothing. All right.
Yeah.
Shut up, La Gorda. I'm talking about the daughter with the muffin top. Hey, third bread, what's happening?
Third bread.
I gotta make sure I
Uh,
don't put things in places twice. That's why I'm going back to look where I left off at. Okay. I left off
so I wanted to go back. You were talking about Al Jarreau. What I want to mention is, he was amazing, but the faces he would make. Oh my gosh.
there. Dude, because you have to make that face in order to make that
To make
sound.
that sound.
One of these days, guys, I'm gonna show you my prowess on mimicking Al Jarreau. I mean, okay, and I'm not the only one. My parents listened to that Breaking Away album so much in '81 that we knew every word to every song, every sound he made. I
Hmm.
mean, I blew your mind that night when I did that,
Yeah, definitely.
I
Definitely.
love that. That's just something I enjoy doing. I'm a mimicker. I can sing like you, but I can't sing like you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just have fun. This is what life is about. It's like enjoy what you do and don't dance like nobody's watching. That's basically it. I don't care what people say about me. In fact, get out here and say it while I clown you with my dance. Now, this was one chick. I think her name was Diamond something. Remember, I showed you it's her and her mom, and she sits on the chair, and the baby going, and she's doing this. It's so
Sure.
funny. Oh my god! I gotta show y'all this. This is the kind of stuff that makes me laugh, man. I'll be laughing at this because they just living their best life. You know what I'm saying? And not even giving a care about it. They don't
Right.
care. They just like, I'm gonna live my life and you're gonna watch it and you're gonna keep watching so that I can get paid.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you bring that up, and then I'm gonna go back in
Let me
time a
see if
little
I
bit.
can find it. I don't know
Oh,
what
where are
she's
the rest
called.
of them? Oh, there we go.
Nah, that ain't her. There's too many glam models on Instagram. I get sick of it. Every other thing is, do you like what my butt looks like? Do you like this dress? Do you like how I serve my man? Do you like? I'm like, I always say, report, report.
Wow.
So I don't know if I can find her because I don't follow her, but she pops up on my feed every now and again. It's hilarious. Uh, just funny. But hey, people got to do what they got to do. So, what do we got coming up this weekend? It's Memorial Day weekend. I got invited to two house parties. Friends that haven't been doing them in a while, so I got to go make that appearance because these are certain people. How you got those friends that they're never in the outside in the spotlight, in the limelight, don't do anything, but yeah, they always have a great party.
Yeah, yeah.
Like dang, I can't find her. Now it's like, all right, when you looking for somebody, you can't find them. That sucks. Oh well, we'll have to come back to that another day. How long we been on here?
A minute.
48 minutes.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm gonna share something real quick though. Hold on.
I got a whole bunch of stuff popping up here.
This was mine.
My antivirus is on fire right now. I ain't even clicked on anything. Like, what happened? Telling me all these threats have been removed. Yes, threat has been removed. Yeah, keep doing your job.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you gotta do what you gotta do. Make it
yeah,
happen.
yeah. Stop playing with me. Do your job. Um,
Oh, where is the one? Oh, damn it. I'm sorry.
thanks for your post.
Uh,
Did I do that to all of them? Did I get all of them? Family reunion. It's a
okay, there it
family
is.
reunion. Yeah, yeah, yo. Family reunion.
All right,
Yeah.
cool.
Family reunion.
So we are gonna go back for a little bit, and I'm gonna talk about
Oh, here we go.
who remembers that.
Dude, I used to stay on that.
So who
Wait,
remembers
which
that?
one is that? That's the
That's the
football one. No,
Mattel. That's
I
the
like
football.
I like the Coleco one. It was better.
The football. This was the first one, and you could score and do all this kind of stuff, but you could only really run.
It was
Right?
blitz. Well,
It was
Coleco,
a
you
little
could
bit.
pass.
I know, but this next version of this, you could actually pass. Which is which way did I go? This one. This one you
Yeah,
could
that's the
actually
one.
pass. This is the
That
football
yellow
2.
button.
Yeah, man. And once you got that line going, if you can hit the button fast enough, you just keep going straight down the
Oh
sideline.
no, ain't that funny because it just keeps repeating.
Right. Oh my God, that game was fun. Now you know how the kids are on the games in their phones now for hours. I was on this thing for hours. I would wear batteries
Oh,
out.
man.
And
Don't
then
even get
this
me
one
started.
came where you could flip it from kicking to passing. Um,
Look at that
this was the
styrofoam case right there.
I know that was Coleco's version. The other two were Mattel.
Yeah, this
Um,
is probably the one I played. Oh, this
now
one you
this
can
was the
play head
head
to
to head.
head.
Now this
Yeah.
was the football one, but I had this one. I had the basketball one, and I think there's a baseball one as well. So one person's on offense, and when you switched sides, or you either scored a touchdown or you had to kick it, you just turn it around and swap sides. That shit was fun. That stuff was fun. Here's the
Okay.
baseball one. So for all the baseball players, I know if Jason's watching, I know you probably played this one, but this was the Mattel version of that, and that was
It's
fun.
funny. You got the 3 dot right, center, and left. And so is
Uh-huh.
that a home run when you hit it up there? That's when it light up at the top.
Yep.
Those 3 dots.
Mm-hmm.
That one
That was
seems kind
good.
of bumped though, but I guess
It was good. It was good. Because the dude would pitch, homeboy here would pitch, and you'd see it like come, and it would either swerve to the left or swerve to the right, or go straight down, and it would speed up or slow down. It was really cool, and you could change the different levels to either be one or pro 1 or 2. So it was on pro 2. It was a lot harder. Now console wise, this is the OG, that Atari. This is the one where
2600.
yeah, remember when if the game wasn't working, you pull out the cartridge, blow on it.
Well, you had a whole routine. Sometimes you blew on it, sometimes you went and you bang it on the table, and then you put it back in and it worked. Well,
Right.
if we just knew about alcohol and Q-tips, it wouldn't have been a problem.
Yeah. Because you could clean it much quicker that way.
Right.
Much quicker. Now, I
I
never had
remember
this
I
one.
took my homeboys home and he didn't know I took it because I wanted to play
The
it.
whole console?
The whole console. And so my
Wow.
father comes in there, and because he knew how bad I wanted one and know I didn't have no money. And my dad can't see, but he can hear.
Yeah.
He goes, what's that, Brian? I said, oh, that's my friend's game. He let me borrow it. He said, that's a lie. Let's go.
Damn.
Because you know what? I forgot that I had been talking, and he heard me talking about, he ain't going to never let me use it, man. I'm just going to take it, man. I'm going to play it for a little while. I'm going to give it back to him.
Wow.
So I'm going to wait till he get my house.
Now, you remember how you used to have to hook these up to the TV?
Yeah.
It had those prongs, and you have to flip the switch. It had the little prongs where you had to put the things. It was just totally different from today because you'd have to go to 0.
Can you even play this on today's TV?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because
I don't know if they even
I
have
would
the
love to
connections
see.
in
I would
the back.
love to see the back of it. You got
Right.
a picture of the back of it?
Nah, I can find one though. I'll have to take a minute, but I just want to go to. So this was the original Nintendo.
I know, 4 buttons.
Isn't that crazy? But this,
And
I
a
think this next
joystick on
one.
the left.
Yep, I think this next one is the one that I had. Yes, I had ColecoVision. Now
I
this
had
was
television.
this came after in television, which is this one. This is in television.
And
So
guess
it's very
what game
similar.
I played on this?
What?
Bonk.
I don't know. Bonk.
Remember Bonk was the little caveman.
Yes.
The big old head. And when he's walking down the thing, it's going. And then when you eat the little fruit, it's groovy.
Mm-hmm. They didn't have that on this one. What I played on this one was Zaxxon. Do you remember Zaxxon?
That's what my name was on YouTube when I first got on YouTube. Zaxxon 51.
Yep. Oh yeah, I think I remember that. And Mousetrap. I used to play Mousetrap on this too.
Right.
They had football, I think.
Did you ever play Mappy?
I don't think so.
Mappy is the mouse trying to get away from the cats, and he has the bounce on the little thing.
Oh, yeah.
And then as it got the time got to run out, the music started playing faster, which will let you know that the time's running out.
Right.
Let's see if we can pull up some of these ones with the sounds. I wanted to show you what I was into, and it's still my favorite stuff to this day. I wish I could buy about 5 or 6 of these and connect them together. But this.
Oh, yes.
Block cars, baby, with the loops.
Oh, my gosh. I used to love those.
And you got like 5 cars on there. You got the emergency vehicles. See the emergency vehicle right there. I'm like, did the emergency vehicle actually go on the loop?
Right.
Slope track, circular track, 360-degree staggered track. Oh, that's the tow truck. He got the little tow tire in the back. That's funny. But what's cool about these is, like, it's not even a lot of money. It's $46. Back then, this was the same exact price, but it cost, that was a lot of money.
It was a ton of money.
1979. Oh my God. My mother said $46. Right. You might as well just go ahead and pay the rent for this month. That's so funny. And then the remote control cars, dude. Oh, I was so into those.
I love those. And then the Evel Knievel, the wind up thing, and then you wind it and hit the button, and the little motorcycle guy takes off. Remember those?
It does. It reminds me of Evel Knievel. Because you wanted to make it go as fast as you could turn it, so to go far. You wanted to go far. Not just roll and then fall to the side.
Exactly. Let me see this one right here.
So my mom and dad used to get us stuff from Radio Shack. And so I'm going to show you exactly the thing that they bought me.
Okay.
You are going to laugh. I'm on the wrong page. I'm on the wrong page. Did your mom get you one of these?
Nah, I didn't get one of those.
With that bonk remote?
I hated the ones where they had a wire connected to it. It's like, why are you connecting a wire to it?
Oh, wait. Let me just tell you. This doesn't turn. It has a wheel in the bottom that you back up to turn.
Yes, I know about those.
Like, this is so corny.
You got all that noise.
Bad boy, what? Look how they got it looking like it's just a real one.
You know, as a kid, you really thought that sucker was making that noise.
Those sounds, though.
Yeah, but it was not that good.
And the battery ran out after driving about 30 feet.
Oh, that's right. There was Donkey Kong Jr. on that, too. I'm tripping.
Oh, my God. They're trying to make that look like this. Oh, yeah, you need to get this.
Man, that was really cool. Where's Marcus? What are you saying? What's up? Everything Brian says.
Oh, no, every time. Yeah, that's my favorite word, bonk.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? Wait, let me pull that up. You guys are going to roll if I can find this. Oh, my God. I see it. Please let it be here.
ColecoVision had Gorf. Do you remember Gorf?
Gort or Gorf?
Gorf, Gorf, as in Frank.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta find that one. What is that about?
It's a Bonk's Adventure. Let me see if I can get a video. Let me see if somebody got Bonk's Adventure on YouTube. Let's see Bonk's Adventure. I laughed so hard while I was playing this game. The music is so funny.
Oh, it definitely is. That old school stuff is so crazy. Oh, Gorf is like Galaga. Wait.
You know, every game. Oh, actually, was it TurboGrafx or was it in television? Maybe it was TurboGrafx. Let me see if this one will play. It has some real music. Oh, yes, this is it.
Oh, that's right. Mousetrap is like Pac-Man.
Let me share this with you real quick. This is hilarious. Let's see if we get dinged again like they did last time.
The Nintendo Entertainment System. I bet you didn't even know this game existed on the NES, did you? It's kind of a rare game, so
no, that's not the version.
Out and about, and it's cheap. Then
hit everybody on the head, and your head gets bigger.
Of course, Bonk was kind of the de facto mascot for the TurboGrafx 16.
Yeah, it's TurboGrafx,
and there were at least
I don't like this
2
music
sequels
because that's not the music. They copied. They made this. So I'm gonna find the one that's TurboGrafx because you gotta hear how this music sounds, dude. They copied it and made it go dee 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 dee. Everybody would hear that. That wasn't the original way to do it.
I got Saxon on right now.
I'm trying to get back over there.
That was such amazing graphics back in the day.
Oh, I know, and it was the angle.
Yeah.
And then you can fly over the wall and come back down and use the walls as shield. Tron.
But Mousetrap was like Pac-Man. Where is it?
Of many Pac-Man clones. This one is featured in my definitive Pac-Man guide. As a recommended Pac-Man clone, there's so many of these, but I like Mousetrap and the subtle and not so subtle differences between this one and the Man of Pac.
Eat the cats.
The biggest difference, in addition to the maze and the doors, is that you have control over.
You still looking for it?
I found it.
Okay. Smurfs. That's right.
All right, so here we go. Now, I know most of y'all that watch this show are kind of close to my age, within a 5 to 10 year bracket. So I'm 58. So you could be either 48 or 68. But you're going to remember this because it was around that same time. So this is what the original music sounded like for this particular video game. So have fun, enjoy. It's fun. I'm watching his head get big.
This is the original Mario Brothers.
Right. before it even came out.
Yeah.
Oh, there he goes. The head getting big.
Damn.
Yeah, he just caused an earthquake. Look how mad he looks. You gotta get that money.
That's great.
That's so funny though. And there's a whole hour of this, so whoever was playing it was pretty good. Yeah, those are my childhood games. Had fun. And
That stuff was fun, man.
I mean, that was our internet. Because internet wasn't coming for another 5 years at that point, because that was 90 when Bonk came out. So,
About to show a classic.
95, 96 is when you got first 56K internet, which was slow as molasses, but you know, you have to wait for a picture to render, go like this. Zit, zit,
Right.
zit.
This is a classic.
I used to play this too and kill it.
Yep.
Certain places you had to wait before, like you couldn't jump up at a certain level of the ladder because you had hit the barrel on the top of you.
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't know if it was going to come down the ladder or come over to the edge.
Right.
Almost there. I made it. He's going to take her to the next level.
He get mad like,
and just grab her
to the next level.
Right. He got his steps in on this game, I'll tell you that. Here come the hammer.
I used to miss it so many times, like he just did.
Yeah, like how? You're right there. It doesn't make sense. Now, can they float across, or are they stuck once it goes?
No, I think there's.
No, they can float. He floated. He floated across the opening.
Nah.
Yeah, he did. What?
Watch. He's gonna go back.
Oh, okay. Because it goes all the way over it. Guess the graphics weren't up to par yet. Just jump up right there.
I got it.
Oh, you got to clear all of the things in order to get it. This is the one I hated.
Oh yeah, this one was
because you got to jump right on time, and you got to wait for this dummy to go up the thing. See? Yep, you're quick. You done. You got it.
Right. And this was just like the game when it came out,
except the sound.
right?
Aren't you on the wrong side there, buddy? You're gonna get burnt up.
Oh, he just got caught. But yeah, man, we used to have some fun. We used to have some fun with this. For those that are watching, what games did you guys like? Whether you're watching it on the replay or not.
Yeah, list them so we can show them the next time.
Yep. Or what else did you play? Did you have another handheld game that you played other than the football one, the Mattel, and then the Coleco head-to-head? I like that basketball one. The head-to-head basketball was pretty fun. Yeah, those games are really fun, man. And then I had the little mini pinball machines too. Those were actually pretty cool.
I used to go to Malibu Grand Prix after school at Wilson, and they had this game. What was it? Hercules, and it was a pinball game. And I'm gonna see if I can find it, but it had an 8-ball as the
What?
pinball. Yeah, that's why they call it. Let me see, Hercules pinball machine. Because it had a big old giant ball. I mean, it was huge, dude. Huge. Let's see if I can pull this up. This might be a video.
Oh.
I mean, it was an 8-ball.
Excuse me.
Let me see if that's it. Pinball machine with an 8-ball.
I mean, I'm watching one. I don't see one. The 8-ball. I see Hercules though.
Let me see, the biggest pinball machine ever. Yeah, that thing was huge. Let's see if this is it. Yeah, I don't know. I can't. This one's so little. Sometimes these people be taking so long to get to the point that you don't even want to watch their video.
Right.
Like, say, brother,
Could you hurry up?
yeah, because the audience is getting impatient. You know what I'm saying?
Young.
So I'm trying to get this one to the point where I can skip all these dang videos. Okay. Let's see. Now, where's the 8-ball? I don't care about that. Just play it.
There's a bunch of them called 8-ball.
It's a cue ball.
Oh, cue ball.
It was huge. Here, I can show it to you right now. Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
Here comes that goal.
See how big that ball is? Watch when it comes down. How big it is.
I can't see it yet. Not on my
Yeah.
side. Oh, not on my side. Yeah, it popped up now. Yeah.
Big. Like a cue ball from pool. But he's not really giving you the context of how big it is because he's filming it so close to it that it looks like it's little.
Right.
Really, really nice. You should never get that.
But it's funny.
We got our extra ball lane, the double bonus lane. Want to try to get the.
He sounds like what's that one guy, comedian, that was dating Kim Kardashian after she broke up with Kanye?
I don't know.
You see how big that is? That's huge. I'm telling you, these games made more noise than they gave points.
Oh, yeah, they did. It made you think you were doing something.
Right. He ain't doing squat. He can't play worth anything.
See if we can advance the special.
Yeah, that's a special there.
The 10,000 since it was flashing.
Oh, you're almost there, guy. Look at that action. Oh, watch out. Oh, that's enough of that.
Yeah.
They're making all kind of noise. He's
So
got
it's
his
hard
double
to
bonus, though.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that it's Memorial Day already coming up next Monday. I mean, this time is moving, man. We're gonna be at the end of May.
You know Brandon Marcus? Yeah, my homeboy, I had a
Vectrex. Oh yeah.
The consoles, it was like this big.
Let me see. Backtracks.
Hey,
Oh
Marcus,
yeah.
Brandon helps me with a lot of my IT jobs.
Yes. Definitely had that.
Yeah, they had like 4 or 5 games on it. It was like asteroids and some other.
Yeah,
You could
did
play
I have
Space
this one too?
Invaders. Yeah, that was big though. Me and Donnie used to go over to Carlos' house. He had one, but his mother was a pastor. So she'd be like, Carlos, now before you get on that game, you know you got to go out there and do these chores. And so we'd always imitate Carlos. So you do your chores yet, boy? Wade in the water. He would be like, shut up. I remember when somebody dropped the baton and he was racing Anchor and the relays at Monrovia. And he come running around the corner jogging because he had already lost.
Hey, look. He said Brandon's his brother-in-law.
You're lying, really?
Who is he married to?
He's got 3 sisters, I think. Marcus, he was supposed to be at the Ashes to Anthems, but one of his daughters got ill, so that's why he couldn't come.
Yeah, he probably knows.
Yeah.
Tricks, man, the memories. That's dope. Yeah, I'm sure there'll be more stuff that's gonna pop up on EJ and Sharon. His fight. EJ and Sharon. Okay. Oh, okay. That's bananas. Small world. It's even smaller. Again,
Hey,
about
whatever to
Pasadena,
your
Pasadena.
uncle Marcus that was supposed to come on the show, he was wanting to. I think that was just clowning me though, huh? He wanted to come on the show. When I went over to Todd's staying with David Terry, I think I was doing some event. And he's like, what podcast y'all talking about? Y'all going fishing?
That was an uncle that said that? Was it Alden?
Yeah.
Probably Alden.
Yeah. Alden. That's his name.
That's Larry's brother.
He said, oh, y'all going fishing?
Between him and Ed, there's a lot of fishing that goes down.
When people say stuff like that because you don't know what the word is, you gonna put that on your social media? That's what my uncles used to say that to me. You gonna put that on your social media, huh? Yeah, find out. He was trying to get something together. He was talking to me about it. I just don't know. Because that was like, I don't know, a month ago or longer.
I wonder what he's trying to do. Because he didn't.
He was trying to get something together. He wanted to start an LLC, but I told him it'd probably be better off for him to start a nonprofit for something that he was trying to get to where they could have oversight for these contractors and different people who are trying to come in here and trying to fool people and stuff. So,
okay.
I just wanted to see if he was, how's that coming and everything, and you know how we do it.
Yep.
Actually, that was a recurring thing, but they've been busy building.
Yeah.
That's the thing. They've been busy building.
It'd be kind of cool if we can get some folks back on, have them pop on, give us updates on how things are going. Maybe the people they've talked to see how, even the permit process, just see how overall things are going. Great question.
All right. I was showing you yesterday, I think one of these shows next week, I'm going to show people my drone footage of some different stuff that I've done around town. Yeah, Marcus, that's actually a good one because a lot of people are dealing with that. In fact, it was funny because my homeboy's mom died a couple of years ago, and he was getting her out, not even a couple of years ago, I think it was last May, and he was getting her house out of reverse mortgage to sell it. And then the day before escrow, it got burned down. It was right there on Altadena Drive before you got to Farrell's. So he was the one that took me to the Clipper game because, we both lost everything. So he said, man, just let's go and watch the Clippers play the Lakers. That was actually a great day. I had fun, feeling like I was rich, even though the next day it showed on my credit card. Boy, I'll tell you that. 2 beers and a pizza and a sandwich was like
$400.
$110 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't have to worry about paying because they just walk in and it scans your app and
I'm
go
gonna
right
tell you,
ahead.
that scares me, to be honest.
Well, just don't have any warrants out for your arrest. He's over in Loge A7. I'll be like, hey, you want to trade seats with me, buddy? That's if you know you got a problem.
Right.
But, well, I think we've been on long enough. 1 hour, 20 minutes. We've got our shares out. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Every day is not going to be an important announcement. Well, actually, every day we announce stuff, but it's not always going to be intellectual thinking. Sometimes we just want to have fun. And that's what the hump day is for. So Mondays are usually, and if you guys are really paying attention to our show, it's broken down into Mondays. We recap anything that we've visited during the weekend. The reason why that show usually gets the most views is because we actually provide you with the footage so you can actually see instead of us talking about it. At first, we used to talk about it, and that's boring because I'm not getting the visual. We
had to take the Style Click Media slogan, to heed and say, hey, let us show you what we did. More importantly, let us show you what Tony and Brian did over the weekend. I'm going to get in there eventually, but.
We'll see you in the summer because we know for real, school's in, you got a lot going on.
It was funny that whatever that event was, the mixer, it's on the 31st. Tony was like, yeah, you can make that. And I was like, yeah, in my back of my mind, I'm like, yeah. And I went and looked at the calendar. We got another tournament that weekend.
And so you want him to be in town just to sneak over?
Yeah, I might be able to sneak over. I might be able to.
Well, they're going until
it's in
late
Pasadena,
at night.
so it's good. Yeah.
Right.
I might be able to pop over there.
Yeah, I might be over there most of the day because it's going to be a whole bunch of people I haven't seen. I'm going to do a lot of video, capture some of the DJs doing stuff, put together a nice little sizzle reel to give to Chris and everything. And
yeah,
man, it's just the town's coming together because I think in '90 I got my first video camera, the little tiny ones that fit in your hand. It's only this big. And I used to set that mug up everywhere and just go sit right in the view. But while it'd be walking by just to see how it looked and then go back over and look at it. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I need to move this up or move that over that way so you can catch the angle. I was teaching myself how to be a director. And then, because that little camera inspired me, then everybody wanted one. So I was like, oh, man, I can hook you up. Back in that day, I was like a swap meet, hooking you up. Hooking you up.
Right. Well, let's wrap it up today. Let folks get back to their day.
Plus, I got a sandwich I want to get from Capriotti's.
Oh, a capastrami would be good.
Might have to look at that. Or the Bobby. The Bobby Yo.
The Bobby's
the Bobby Blue Bland.
Well, everybody,
I like the sweet peppers because
they is delicious.
Ooh,
so thank you for showing up and showing out for episode 91. Way back Wednesdays, we did the announcements and had some fun. We went back talking about the video games and pinball and all kind of fun stuff that we've done in the past.
And Malibu Grand Prix being replaced by Kaiser.
Yeah, that's not a good. That ain't a like for like situation. I wish they would have done a like for like.
That place was so dope, but we'll get into that next week. I'm gonna find footage on it and stuff like that. Oh my!
I got another location I want to talk about next week too.
Okay.
It wasn't in Pasadena, but it was close by. and I think folks will have some fun with that. We'll talk about it in a minute. So y'all have a wonderful day, and tune in with us tomorrow for episode 92, where we have some other good stuff to talk about.
And we'll also be talking about that's the year the Rodney King riots happened.
Yeah.
I might even show you some footage from an Emmy-nominated podcast that Style Click Media did, where we talked to a nonprofit podcast based out of Minneapolis, where it all happened, and had Rodney King's brother Juan come on. Said some profound stuff. And since it's my podcast that I filmed and posted, they can't ding us.
No dinging unless you got music in it.
No diggity, no ding.
Don't doubt.
No. Actually, I don't think there's any music in it. I think that's when we were in the raw stages of using this about 6 or 7 years ago.
Well, that's really the only way they can get you. Seems like.
Well, YouTube won't ding you until you actually get ready to get monetized. Then they be like, oh, because they always say to me, yeah, yes, it was a copyrighted thing, but since you're not monetizing, we're not. Yeah. You don't have 1,000 subscribers for 1,000 hours. You're a peon. Okay.
One day soon, though.
Then they'll be like, IRS at your door. What's happening? All right, y'all. We out. Peace out. As Tony was saying, toodles.